Have you ever watched someone lose money and just walk away? Not just from that one investment, that one trade, that one business idea, but from trying altogether. They quit. They close the door. They convince themselves it wasn't meant for them. But here's what's really happening. It's not about the money they lost. It's about what their brain did with that loss. And if you understand this psychology, you'll see why some people never recover, while others bounce back stronger. Stick with me until the end, because what you're about to learn might explain why you, or someone you know, gave up when they didn't have to.
For most people, losing money doesn't just hurt their wallet, it destroys their confidence. Psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy in reverse. Normally, people keep going because they've already invested so much. But when the loss feels too big, too personal, too embarrassing, the brain flips. Instead of thinking, I've already invested, now I need to recover, they think, I've already lost, so I'll just lose more. That shift is devastating because once your brain decides you're a loser in this game, it stops letting you play. And here's the part most people miss. The pain of losing money isn't rational. Studies in behavioral economics show that losing $100 feels twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. Your brain is wired to protect you from pain, not to chase reward. So when you lose, the emotional weight is so heavy that your brain screams one message: stop, get out, never do this again. And you listen, not because you're weak, but because your brain thinks it's saving you. Then there's shame. This one runs deep. When someone loses money, they don't just feel the loss privately, they imagine what everyone else thinks, their family, their friends, the people who warn them not to try, even strangers who don't know or care. The fear of judgment becomes louder than the actual loss. Psychologists call this social pain, and research shows it activates the same brain regions as physical pain. So quitting isn't just about money. It's about escaping the feeling of being watched, judged, and exposed. But there's another group, the ones who quit because they lost their story. Before they lost the money, they had a vision. They were going to be successful, independent, proof that they could do it. The money wasn't just money, it was evidence of their worth. And when they lost it, they didn't just lose cash, they lost the future they were building in their head. Without that story, they feel empty. And instead of creating a new story, they just stop writing altogether. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The people who don't quit after losing money, they have something different. Not more talent, not more money. They have what psychologists call growth mindset resilience. They see the loss as information, not identity. They don't say, I'm a failure. They say, that didn't work. They separate the event from who they are. And that separation is everything. Because when you can look at a loss without attaching it to your value as a person, you can try again. You can adjust. You can learn. But the people who quit, they fused the loss with their identity. They don't say, I lost money. They say, I'm someone who loses. And once that belief settles in, it's almost impossible to move. Because every time they think about trying again, their brain pulls up that file. Remember last time? You failed. You lost. You embarrassed yourself. Don't do it again. And they obey. So whether you quit after losing money or kept going, both reveal something about how your brain processes failure. For some, it's protection. For others, it's shame. And for many, it's just exhaustion from carrying a loss they couldn't separate from themselves. The real question is, which one are you? And if you've quit before, do you now understand why? If this made you see loss differently, hit subscribe. We break down psychology that actually explains how you think.